Here's a list of 25 classic Christmas movies from 1934 to 1974. Number 25, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Martians kidnap Santa Claus in an attempt to bring happiness to Martian children. This movie made an appearance on Mystery Science Theater 3000 in 1991. Number 24, Christmas Holiday. Dumped by his fiancée on Christmas Eve, a luckless lieutenant meets a singer with a creepy murderer husband. A film noir crime film based on the 1939 novel about a woman who runs away from her violent husband. Number 23, The Little Drummer Boy. An orphan drummer boy searches for his lost camel and finds him in the nativity of baby Jesus. This is a stop-motion animation made-for-TV short film, and there was a sequel in 1976. Number 22, Holiday Affair. Just before Christmas, a young widow is torn between a boring attorney and an unemployed romantic, starring Robert Mitchum and Janet Leigh. This was a box office failure but became a Christmas classic thanks to the repeated airings on Turner Classic Movies. Number 21, Frosty the Snowman. A living snowman and a little girl struggle to elude a greedy magician who is after the snowman's magic hat. An animated made-for-TV short film featuring the voice of Jimmy Durante in his final film role. Number 20, Babes in Toyland. Laurel and Hardy try to borrow money from their employer to pay off a mortgage, featuring fairy tale characters from Mother Goose, Little Bo Peep, and others. Also known as March of the Wooden Soldiers. There have been remakes, including a 1986 version starring Keanu Reeves and Drew Barrymore. Number 19, A Christmas Carol. The classic holiday tale of Ebenezer Scrooge, who has a huge change of heart after visits from three spirits from his past, present, and future. The 1938 version. There have been several remakes of this, including a 2009 version starring Jim Carrey. Number 18, The Lion in Winter. Henry II and his estranged wife battle over the choice of an heir during the Queen's Christmas visit. A 1968 film with an all-star cast, including Peter O'Toole, Katharine Hepburn, Anthony Hopkins, and Timothy Dalton. Number 17, The Bishop's Wife. An angel comes to Earth to help a bishop and his wife raise money for their new church, starring Cary Grant and Loretta Young. There's a 1990s remake, The Preacher's Wife, starring Denzel Washington and Whitney Houston. Number 16, It Happened on Fifth Avenue. A homeless man moves into a vacant mansion while its owners are away for the winter. This is a Christmas movie about homeless World War II veterans in need of a place to live during the winter. Number 15, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. A mailman decides to answer some of the most common questions about the origin of Santa Claus. Another stop-motion animation made-for-TV movie with voices by Fred Astaire and Mickey Rooney. Number 14, Remember the Night. Love blooms between a sympathetic attorney and a shoplifter he takes home for the Christmas holiday, starring Barbara Stanwyck and Fred McMurray. This is a romantic comedy, courtroom drama, road trip movie, and a Christmas movie all rolled into one. Number 13, The Year Without a Santa Claus. A weary and discouraged Santa Claus considers skipping his annual Christmas Eve run to take a vacation. Another stop-motion animated made-for-TV Christmas special. A live-action remake starring John Goodman was released in 2006, and a sequel, A Miser Brothers Christmas, was released in 2008. Number 12, Holiday Inn. A singer and a dancer compete for the affections of a beautiful up-and-coming performer, starring Bing Crosby, Fred Astaire, and Marjorie Reynolds. Best known for Bing Crosby's song White Christmas, which was originally from this movie. Worst known for the Abraham Lincoln musical number, where the actors performed the song in blackface. Number 11, The Apartment. An insurance clerk tries to climb the corporate ladder by lending his apartment to executives and their mistresses, starring Jack Lemmon and Shirley MacLaine. This is a tale of loneliness and love that takes place on and around December 25th. Number 10, A Christmas Carol. A miserable businessman is visited by three Christmas spirits who show him the error of his ways, starring Alastair Sim and Jack Warner. From 1951, this one is also known by its original title, Scrooge. There have been at least 20 adaptations of the Charles Dickens classic, including animated versions starring Mr. Magoo, Bugs Bunny, the Flintstones, Mickey Mouse, and the Muppets. Number 9, Christmas in Connecticut. A writer pretends to be the perfect housewife when her boss and a war hero invite themselves to her fictitious Connecticut farm for a traditional family Christmas, starring Barbara Stanwyck. There is a 1992 made-for-TV remake starring Diane Cannon and Chris Christopherson that was directed by none other than the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Number 8, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. A bitter and hateful Grinch disguises himself as Santa Claus to raid and steal Christmas from a happy neighboring village, starring Boris Karloff. This is a 1966 animated short film. Remakes include a 2000 version starring Jim Carrey, The Grinch from 2018 with Benedict Cumberbatch, and a live television musical version from 2020. Number 7. Meet Me in St. Louis. A year in the life of 4 daughters that learn lessons of life and love as their family prepares for a reluctant move from St. Louis to New York. The movie takes place throughout a year, but the Christmas scenes eclipse everything else, with Judy Garland singing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas for the very first time. Number 6. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. A young reindeer with a glowing red nose is ousted from the reindeer games until one foggy Christmas Eve when Santa chooses him to guide his sleigh. A 1964 stop-motion animation TV movie with the Abominable Snowman, an island of misfit toys, and an elf who wants to be a dentist. Number 5. White Christmas. A group of entertainers team up to spread holiday spirit and save a failing Vermont inn owned by their former general, starring Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, and Rosemary Clooney, with an updated version of the song White Christmas that was originally from the movie Holiday Inn, another musical similarly about singing and dancing at a snowy lodge. Number 4. The Shop Around the Corner. 2 gift shop employees can't stand one another, but are falling in love without realizing it because they are each other's anonymous pen pals, starring Margaret Sullivan and James Stewart. Updated with cutting-edge computer technology, the remake You've Got Mail, starring Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. Number 3. A Charlie Brown Christmas. Frustrated by overwhelming materialism of the holiday season, Charlie Brown looks for the real meaning of Christmas. This is the first and most popular of several holiday-themed Peanuts specials, including Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Easter, Valentine's Day, and Arbor Day. Number 2. Miracle on 34th Street. An authentic Santa Claus is hired to perform at the Thanksgiving Day parade, leading many to question if he's genuine or insane, starring Edmund Gwenn and Maureen O'Hara. You can also check out the 1994 remake starring the guy from Jurassic Park, Richard Attenborough. Number 1. It's a Wonderful Life. An angel is sent from heaven to help a desperate businessman by showing him what life would be like if he had never existed, starring James Stewart and Donna Reed. A clerical error in 1974 prevented the copyright from being renewed, so the film entered public domain, becoming a perennial holiday favorite in the 1980s due to repeated showings each year on local television broadcasts. You can also check out The Family Man starring Nicolas Cage. It's not a remake, but obviously inspired by It's a Wonderful Life. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this, or leave a comment if I missed something important.